Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be unboxing the Weiser Tarot and the Oracle of Awakening, created or published by Weiser Books, Red Wheel Publishing. Now, I absolutely love their work. Their publishing is absolutely incredible for decks and everything, and they publish a great amount of books as well. And I'm just going to use this one as an example. This is the mass market version of the Tarot of the Unexplained, created by Dave Zilla, and their attention to detail with this deck, like the guidebook and everything, it's incredible. Between you and me, I love the mass market version of this deck more than the first edition. Like, just check out those sides and the edges and everything. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, if you want to check out this video of the unboxing of this, and it was side by side with the original, I can put that link in the description below and you can check that out. I was just using this as an example to show you how incredibly talented and everything their publishing is, and I just love it. So that's the two decks that we have here today. They're created by them, or not created by them. Well, the Weiser Tarot, I do believe, might have been like added by them because it's called the Weiser Tarot, and we know Weiser Books and all that. But the Oracle of Awakening, it's created by Lilana Simone. They've got that right there, and it's such a beautiful deck, and I'm so excited to add these to my collection. And we're going to get right into them and check them out and see what all the cards look like. I do believe the Weiser Tarot has been out for a while. This is my first time working with it, my first time seeing it. I've seen pictures here and there, but I'm really excited to see what these cards have to share. Now, at the, I'm not going to do it in the video, but if you check out my socials, there will be a post, like, it'll be right there, of the deck interviews that I've done with each of these decks. So you can see what these cards want to share with all of us and see how awesome they are. And I'll put a link in the description below of where you can purchase these for your own collection too, if you want to do that. We're going to start with the Weiser Tarot here. And you see right there, it's created by Arthur Edward Waite and Pamela Coleman Smith, because this is a remake, like not different illustrations, but like different painting and different options there, like more modern than the original Rider Waite Smith deck that we all know and love. You've got the pictures on the back and everything there, and it says a fresh and vibrant reimagining of the classic 1909 Rider Waite Smith tarot deck. 78 card deck with a 64-page book. So it's got the guidebook and everything in there. It's got the name, the Weiser Tarot, up here. So you can think of it as it's a little bit wiser than the original one, because we've learned a lot in the last 100+ years. That deck still to this day stands the test of time. Now, the box that this is in, it's very, very well made. It's very sturdy and everything. Sure, it's still cardboard, but it keeps that deck safe, and the cards don't move around or anything. And I love boxes like this. It's like the Tarot of the Unexplained I showed you a little bit ago, or a minute ago, where you see like the sides and everything there, and it keeps the deck safe in that box. Obviously, you don't want to get it wet, because getting it wet, cardboard, not going to work out, but they make a deck for that. You know, there's plastic decks out there that you can take and do that, so if that's something you want to do. But you see here, you've got the guidebook and everything, you've got all the little information there, the card meanings, the Weiser Tarot, how they created it and everything like that, and the Rider Waite Smith that it is based on. And even back here in the back, I noticed it as I was flipping through. Let's see if I can find it again. But they actually put tarot spreads and stuff in here too. See? Tarot spreads. So you've got those little information there too, where you can get this deck and be like, I'm going to start. Like, this is your first deck, and it's based on the Rider Waite Smith. It is a perfect deck for beginners, I feel, because it's got that Rider Waite Smith energy. And you see right there, it's got the Ankh on the back, and it's got that flower in the middle there that's like, I think it was on the originals too. I've got a deck, I think it's the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot maybe, that has little versions of this, where it's just like that flower and it's open and potential and all that, and it's just beautiful. So I'm going to flip the deck over and we're going to go through each card, and I'm going to keep them in order right now. So we're just going to take the card, look at it, and then flip it back over. Right there you have the full, and just look at this illustration, the paint job and everything on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You still have those colors for symbology and everything, because the yellow there, creativity, creation itself, you're creating this life. You're being a fool. You're taking that opportunity and you're going for it. I'm not exactly sure what this S down here is for, but you've got the symbol for the planet right there, Uranus, and so you've got that energy right there in the card that says this is related to Uranus. And yes, I'm one of those people that will point out that funny little aspect. We've all got one. We've all got that anus. And so it's just like we all have opinions and ideas that we want to take and grow. And the Fool says, be a fool for it. Don't care what anybody thinks, and leap off that cliff into the unknown with the confidence we need to go after our dreams. So there is the Fool taking his opportunity, and there is the Magician having that power. As above, so below. You have the Hebrew symbol down here, and like I said in my last video, I do not know Hebrew symbols well enough to confidently say what that means, but that is perfectly fine. You know, the more you work with a deck, the more you connect with it, the more you study it, the more interesting and more insightful it becomes. You got the symbol from Mercury down here on the right, and you've got the Magician, who might have been the Fool to begin with, coming down and making his ideas a reality. Now this is more modern. You have the African American right there on the illustration. You've got the infinity symbol and everything. He's got the purple robes on. Love, love, love that attention right there in that purple, because that purple combines the red and the blue. You know, that passion and energy with that logic. That's how I see the colors red and blue. And it creates that royalty of the purple. And you know, fake it till you make it. Take those ideas as above, so below, and bring them down into reality. And you have that yellow and everything there in the background showing that you are creating the future that you want. You're creating that destiny. You're creating the life that you want to live, because you took that original idea, you leaped into the unknown, and you've gone after your dreams. You don't have all the answers just yet, but that passion, that logic, that emotionally fulfilling idea, and the money you need to make it succeed, you know, that magician power, the individualism, taking that idea and running with it. But the magician is not the only one taking those ideas and running. They're thinking everything through as well, is where the high priestess comes in. And the high priestess has her little moon over here on the right, showing that the emotion that she has, the intuitive ideas that she has. And she's got Boaz and Joaquin there on the left and the right, just like in the Rider-Waite-Smith, and her Torah right there in her hands. She has all the information she needs. She's learned from her own past. She's learned from the past of others. So she's taking those ideas and she's creating the life that she wants with the Empress. And there is the Empress, and you got Venus right there on that, and you've got Venus down here in the corner, and there is the Hebrew symbol in the on the left again. Those are the same symbol. I do notice that. So maybe feminine energy right there, because they're both the same symbol. Definitely something that I am going to take up. I'm going to try to study Hebrew so I can confidently say what that means. And that energy of purple, you see the background right here? It's purple. It's like it's combined there with the purple up here, and where these were yellow. It's interesting if you take the color wheel, because purple and yellow are very much opposites. I think technically purple's opposite is orange and pink's opposite is yellow, but you have that energy of the opposites and that purple coming together, that passion and that logic we talked about coming together to create something new. I love, love, love the artwork on these. It's like watercolor almost. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's so much like the original that, like, if someone says you need to get the Rider-Waite-Smith if you're going to learn tarot, then this is the tarot you could get. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith you can get. It's very inclusive. It's very modern, but it's very still much that antique kind of energy of the Rider-Waite-Smith that we all know and love. The Emperor is next, and we have the symbol for Aries right there, because the Emperor is astrologically connected to Aries. Even with this deck especially, you don't have to have that stuff memorized like I've done in my own head, where you know, like, the Empress is connected to Venus, the High Priestess is the Moon, the Magician is the Fool, the Magician is the Mercury, and the Fool is Uranus. Like, you have all of that energy right there with Aries, and that symbol over there, which, like, looks to me like a nice little foundation, you know, strong foundation. So the Emperor has become that strong foundation. He's created that strong foundation, and it started by seeing himself as the strong foundation he needs to be. The Hierophant is next, the teacher of the tarot, the card of structured religion. And I love how the color of the attire that they're wearing, it kind of just flows right to the next one. Like, he's wearing the white, or the red. Why did I say white? There's the red on the rose. So you look really closely at the center there, and on their straps and everything, there's the purple. You're combining that red and blue, the logic and the passion and everything to create that wisdom. It makes him the teacher, and his background and everything, that is yellow, showing the power he has to create, to change his life for the better, because this is the 5. So it's very much change and transformation. You got the Hebrew symbol down here, and you got the astrological symbol of Taurus over here. So you know this card is astrologically connected to Taurus. You've got that fixed earth energy saying, you know, we've taken our ideas, we've brought them to earth, and now we can teach others and inspire others to do the same. The Lovers is the next card in the major arcana, and you've got that illustration right there. Very purple, very much Rider-Waite-Smith. You've got the angel up here saying, you know, I bring you two together. I bring this love. I bring this, everything has come together, and you can reflect on it and love who you are as well. And you've got the symbol for Gemini down here, because Gemini is the zodiac sign astrologically connected to the Lover. So beautiful again. The Chariot, you know, you've taken control. You found that confidence to change your life for the better. You've learned from the past, and now you're getting behind the wheel and driving yourself to where you want to be. Creating that future that you desire with that yellow. Astrologically connected to Cancer down here, and the Hebrew symbol down here, which, if we go back a few cards, looks to be the same. Well, no, it's slightly different, isn't it? You see that right there. They're slightly different. So like the Emperor is very, very close with his Hebrew symbol to the Chariot, but it's like the Chariot is a little bit stronger. They've learned from the past. They love who they are, and they're taking control and having that compassion for themselves they need to go after their dreams. So a Chariot's such an empowering card. It just shows, you know, get behind the wheel and drive yourself to where you want to be. Strength is the next one in the major arcana, especially in the Rider-Waite-Smith and the ones that follow it, because sometimes strength and justice are interchangeable, and justice would be the 8. But here with the Rider-Waite-Smith base, it's very much strength. And we have the strength to create what we want. We have the strength to face our inner demons. We have the strength to keep going no matter what life throws at us. And there's the infinity symbol that we met with the Magician a little bit ago, and you've got all that yellow and everything that shows that power to create. And the astrological symbol down here for Leo. Seriously, I am so interested in those Hebrew symbols. I've got to definitely learn that, like memorize them, do something so I know what these mean, so they can give you more information. Like my video last week when I talked about the most interesting tarot decks, this one would go into it as well, because it gets you interested in learning even more. The Hermit's astrological correspondence is Virgo. You have the Virgo symbol right there. He's got his lantern, he's got that star in it, and he's got the little Hebrew symbol down here. And it's kind of purple, it's kind of blue in the background, and his robes are purple because he's followed his passion in the past. He's trusted his own intuition in the past. So it's combined, and he's learned everything that he needs to learn to spin the wheel and begin the next chapter of his story. There is the Wheel of Fortune, the symbol for Jupiter down there in the right-hand corner, and this Hebrew symbol on the left-hand corner. And it's like, I love the fact that you have all these books around it, which reminds you, like, learn from things, experience things, learn from your own lives, read books. The books that you read can teach you the Hebrew symbols as well. And, you know, you can take that knowledge and you can spin the wheel and begin that next chapter of your story. You know, be fair to yourself, be balanced, believe that life can be fair and balanced for you, and then you can have life fair and balanced for you. Justice will be served. And there is justice's colors on this, the orange and everything in the background, the orange almost of the dress or the robes, the purple of the top. You know, we've talked about that again and again with that purple, and yes, purple is my favorite color, so I will constantly talk about the color purple because I love the color purple. But the orange and everything, you know, those are opposing colors. You know, you're taking all that you've learned. You know, if life wasn't fair, you have to believe that life will be fair. 11, that connects it right back to that High Priestess we met in the position of 2. And the astrological correspondence to the cardinal air sign of Libra is right there in the corner with the Hebrew symbol right there. And you've got the scales and everything showing, and the sword. So, you know, logic leads here, you know, be logical. If life wasn't fair, life is going to turn around and be fair for you. So there is justice, being fair to yourself, and then giving yourself that time to have patience, thinking outside of the box, you know, hanging around and becoming enlightened so you can take your dreams and make them a reality. 1 and 2, that combines to make 3, the number of the Empress. So the Hangman is very much connected to that Empress, showing to take that time, have patience with the process to create what you want in your life. And I love this, like the attention to detail in this deck is incredible. You got the symbol down here for, I lost my brain for a minute. Neptune down here in the corner. Think Neptune, king of the seas, trident. That's the way that I always remember that. And you've got the Hebrew symbol over here. But what I want to point out is one leg is red and one leg is yellow. So you have that passion, that enthusiasm, even that anger and destruction that comes with the energy of red. But I really want to focus on that passion part of it. And that yellow right there with that leg right there. And that shows that passion can help you create something when you take that time to really think about it. Blue right there on his in his shirt, and you've got the purple and everything in the background showing that power, that passion, and like the passion and the logic coming together to create something new. Death is the next card of the major arcana sequence, and there you have death. Oh, I love it. I love this painting. I think this is definitely becoming my new favorite Rider-Waite Smith based deck. I mean, the deck, the illustrations and everything, they're downright gorgeous. I love the coloring. It's so magical. Yes, yes, yes. Like, I'm so excited about this deck. You've got Scorpio over here in the right hand corner. You've got the Hebrew symbol over there for death as well. You've got the same imagery, but it's just more beautiful, like the skeleton and everything. Grim Reaper there, he's riding the horse has the demonic eye and everything, and the purple there, you know, death comes for all of us. You have to let the past go, let it die, so that you can learn from that past and those experiences and apply that knowledge to the next chapter. There is Temperance, the card astrologically connected to Sagittarius. You've got it right down there, and the Hebrew symbol here, and the angel taking the knowledge of the past and applying it to the present, the alchemist of the tarot, and the wings. The wings are the red, the passion, and everything you need to go after your ideas. But, you know, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't learn the lessons that the past have to teach you, and you don't see that the future is full of potential and promise and all that good stuff, then the devil can get his hold on you, and the devil can make you feel chained in life. And there is the devil following Temperance. Astrological correspondence here is Capricorn. As I'm making this video, it's very much Capricorn season. And you know, Capricorns, if you've never heard me say this before, I truly, truly mean it when I do. Capricorns are like the most creative sign of the entire zodiac. They can take literal garbage and make something out of it. I had a friend that I work with in a restaurant when I worked in a restaurant, and he was bored on his day off, and he took a soda can, pop can, whatever you want to call it, and he made a radio out of it. I do not have the first idea how to do that, but he did. Because he sat and he thought about it. He was not a prisoner to vices and addictions, and he took his time to create something. So that is the beauty, the positive of the Capricorn, the devil. It's astrological correspondence with Capricorn, showing that you can create something beautiful. You can create a life that you truly love when you turn that devil around and you don't feel like a prisoner in life. Because take the word devil. What does it spell backwards? But lived. And you can live your best life when you don't feel like a prisoner in it. So there is the devil. The tower follows the devil. You know, you let those vices and addictions hold you back. You let those vices and addictions just keep bringing you down, and then the tower will fall. The tower will come crashing down. But there is hope and potential that we will get to in a minute. There is the sign for Mars. Yes, the tower is astrologically connected to Mars, so we've got that there, and the Hebrew symbol over here. You know, the tower, it's destructed. We can't stop it. It's the most feared card of the tarot, but when the tower falls and we pick up the pieces and we learn from that experience, 16 of the major arcana, Magician and the Lovers, when we begin loving ourselves, when we begin reflecting on that past, then we can become the stars of our story and apply that knowledge of the past. You know, she's dripping it over here. We have that Temperance energy when they're pouring one into the other. Let's see if I can get to that card really fast. There we are. Yes, see, she's got the water. She's pouring it into one cup. This one is pouring it onto the ground, kind of suggesting that she's letting that go. She's letting that tower thing go. She's letting it move into new things, and she's just getting ready for something new, some new potential. That hidden talent comes out when we let that tower fall and we learn from the pieces and be willing to build a new tower from it. The astrological correspondence of Aquarius is right here on the left-hand side, and the Hebrew symbol is right there. The moon's astrological correspondence is Pluto. Why did I say Pluto? I'm thinking of Judgment now. We'll get there. Is Pisces there. See, I had a P, so I went with a P. But the Pisces symbol there, and the moon, you know, learning that subconscious, taking that time to look within, not letting that crisis of faith hold you back. Embrace that inner animal. Even the lobster here reminds me of the zodiac sign of Cancer, the mother of the zodiac, showing that kindness and compassion can take us far. When we follow our subconscious, when we trust in ourselves and our intuition, then we go after our dreams. So there is the moon, the colors of it, dark and everything. And you've got these two things over here, which kind of remind me of the Tower card. And it says, you know, we've let towers fall in the past. Things have come to an end in our past. But when we learn from those things, 18, 1 and 8, Magician and Strength, you know, turns into the Hermit. We learn those lessons. We spin the wheel of the major arcana, or the Wheel of Fortune, and then we get the Sun, which is astrologically connected to the Sun. We have that down there. and happiness and joy can reign. And you've got the sun illustration right there. Such a beautiful illustration, so full of happiness and positivity, and definitely one of the most positive cards of the tarot. Judgment follows the sun. Again, like Judgment Day is coming. I don't like that saying that much because it sounds so dark and evil, but reflecting on everything that we have learned, all those experiences, forgiving that past so we can learn the lessons it has to teach us. 20, that combines the High Priestess with the Fool. So learning from those experiences is how we can be a fool again and start the beginning of the next chapter. And you've got the symbol for Pluto down here. Pluto is one of my favorite planets. Scientists once said, like, this is a planet just like all the other ones. But yet then they turned around and said, no, it's too small. It's a dwarf planet. It doesn't matter. But Pluto, if you give it a personal, like a personality like an energy of a person, if you give it that energy, you say Pluto doesn't care what the scientists think. Pluto still knows its worth. Pluto still judges himself fairly, themselves fairly. And he's learned from those experiences of the past. He's trusted his intuition. And then he can have the success of the world. When we forgive our own pasts, when we judge ourselves fairly and learn those lessons of the past, then we can find that success and wealth of the world. The world is astrologically connected to Saturn, which reminds us we have to work for it. We have to find that success and wealth by willing to put in that work, focus on our responsibilities, do the routine, be diligent about it, and we can succeed at whatever we want to succeed at and have that success of the world, where it all begins again with that Fool, so we can take that opportunity and go again. So we're already 20 minutes into this, and there's the Major Arcana. I am loving this deck. I love the Rider-Waite. I love the energy of it, the beauty of it, the fact that it can stand the test of time and have so much information in just a single illustration. We start with the suit of wands, passion and fire, creating with it. There is the wand, there is the hand coming out saying that idea has potential. If you're passionate enough about it, you can take it and run with it. No symbols down in the bottom, so we don't have to know that. I will tell you, Ace of Wands is connected to all the fire signs of the zodiac. So you have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius right there with that passion. The suit of wands is all the suit of passion and fire. Aces and pages, they connect to the different signs of their elements. The 2, the 3, and the 4 of wands connect with the Aries symbol. There is the 2 of wands, the yellow and everything, the red and the orange. So very passionate, very much our passions can take us far, can help us achieve that world, the success of the world when we make the choice to follow them. So there's that illustration. The 3 of wands, my personal favorite card of the tarot, shows we've made that choice. His hand is on a single wand. He's made the choice. He's decided which one he wanted to grasp, and he's watching those boats, He's going to go after his dreams. He's going to follow his emotions and his passion and create the life that he wants. And why this is my favorite card of the tarot is because when we follow our passions, when we find what lights our inner fire and we believe in it, we inspire others to do the same. So wave those freak flags and believe in yourself and inspire others to believe in themselves. So there is the 3 of wands, followed by the 4 of wands. Like I said, 2, 3, and 4, they all connect to the zodiac sign of Aries. The 2 of wands is the first decan, the 3 of wands is the second decan, and the 4 of wands is the third decan. And it works that way with all of the cards. And you've got the 4 of wands right there, the wedding card, and it's still got that energy of those reds and yellows and oranges and everything, showing passion and joy and enthusiasm and everything can take us far. 5, 6, and 7 are astrologically connected to the 3 decans of Leo. So we have these right here. There is the 5 of wands, beautiful illustration. I love the colors of this deck. Wow. You've got the 6 of wands right there. Celebrate your passions. It's correspondent to the lovers of the Major Arcana, reflecting on that past so that you can celebrate those small victories, no matter how small they are. And then you can fight for what you're passionate about in the present. And there's the 7 of wands. 8, 9, and 10 follow the 7, and you've got those astrologically connected to the mutable water or mutable fire sign of the zodiac. There's Sagittarius. First decan is Sagittarius with the 8 of wands. You defended what you're passionate about, and now those wands are going to their destination, so you can find the success and wealth because you found the strength to go after your dreams and face your inner demons and believe in yourself. So there's that illustration. The 9 of wands is next. This dude, the coloring of him, he even looks a little bit sick, doesn't he? And he's got this bandage and everything on it because he's looking over his shoulder. Things didn't work out in the past. So what happens if they don't work out now? Being worried about that is just overwhelming. It's making you think you can't go after your dreams. But again, this is astrologically connected to Sagittarius, the mutable fire sign of the zodiac that is not afraid to shoot for the stars. We like to learn everything that we can too, which is why I really want to learn those Hebrew symbols so I can make the best of them and I can be really, really impressive with my readings, for lack of a better word. But the Nine of Wands is right there. You know, it corresponds with the Hermit of the Major Arcana. So learning from the past, learning from the experiences can help you carry all those passions and wands to their goals and not be that overwhelmed about it. There is the Ten of Wands, the purple there. The purple goes back to that energy of combining that red and blue, that passion and that logic that you need to make your dreams a reality and create the life that you love. And there is the red shoes and everything that shows that passion is still driving you. The green of the clothes shows the groundedness, that ability to create the life that we want on earth. So beautiful illustration there. All of these are beautiful. We've already said that. But Page of Wands is next right there. And like I said, when we got to the Suit of Wands, pages are like the aces. They're very much the beginnings. They're very much starting new, and they very much connect to the zodiac signs of their elements. So again, Leo, or Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are right here with the Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Mutable signs are always connected to the knights. So the Knight of Wands would be the card astrologic connected to Sagittarius, and you've got that illustration right there. Known to be a little bit flighty, but we Sagittarians definitely know what that's like. So we've got the Knight of Wands right there, and we've got the Queen of Wands next. Queens relates to the cardinal signs of the zodiac. So the Queen of Wands would be Queen of Fire. She'd be astrologic connected to Aries. You have that illustration right there, and that is I just had someone send me a thing about the Tarot Association letting me know that cat's name, and I've completely forgotten it. I want to say Snuffy or something like that, but yes, that was the cat. Like, Pamela Coleman Smith was creating the deck, and her neighbor had this cat, and so the cat's like actually a real cat. So I think that's really, really cool. And she's got the robe and everything on, the red and the yellow. You know, her passion has taken her far, and she's creating the life that she's passionate about now, because the Queen of Wands is, I feel, the most creative queen of the court. King of Wands is next. You've got that illustration right there. He's astrologic connected to Leo. Fixed signs are the king's rule. So he's there, he's reflecting on his past, he's looking at all the things that brought him joy and passion in the past, and instead of the robe being, the cloak being the red, the cloak is yellow in here, saying he's already created the life that he wants, and now he's living that passionate life. He's showing the world what he's made of. And there's a little salamander in the bottom, you know, shedding the skin of the past and beginning again. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful illustrations. The coloring on these, yes, like there's so much more, just the color of them. They're gorgeous. There is the Ace of Cups, beautiful illustration. Now, whereas the Ace of Wands is connected to the signs connected to their the fire, this one is connected to the ones of water. So we're talking Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces with the connection of the Ace of Cups. 2, 3, and 4 are the Cancer's reign, so July-ish, June and July, June 20th to July 20th. And you have the Two of Wands, or Two of Cups right here. The Three of Cups right here, which is the illustration we had on the front of the deck. It's also one of the most recent if you're watching this when it comes out, it was my daily, like on the day it comes out, it was my daily reading with the Three of Cups, and that's the one that's on the box right there. So that's really, really cool, this illustration and everything. The colors are so vivid and everything as they dance, reminding us to celebrate, and we're better together. When we put our heads together, we might be able to create something we all can enjoy. So beautiful illustration there. The Four of Cups, the card of boredom. You know, you're so bored, so disinterested in life that you don't even see that cup handing you from a cloud. That ace, you know, it goes back to that ace, the cup handing you that, and that purple and everything, that purple energy with that passion and that logic. You know, this might be a good idea, but if you're just focused on that life isn't interesting, you're not going to notice it. But I always want to point out with the Four of Cups, there's something here that we can consider good, something positive. And that's that energy of 4. That's a strong foundation. And when we appreciate that strong foundation we have, you know, even if we're bored, you know, we're comfortable, we're safe, and we can create something we enjoy even more. So I love this illustration. And the Four of Cups, like all the cards, if you find that silver lining, it's even more empowering. Five of Cups is next. 5, 6, 7, that will correspond to the fixed water sign of the zodiac with Scorpio. There is the Five of Cups, you know, down, feeling down, focusing on what's gone, but you still have those 2 cups that show potential and promise. 6 of Cups corresponds to the second decan of Scorpio. You've got the cup there, and nostalgia, learning from the past. It connects to that self-reflection and lovers, the major arcana. Seven of Cups, you know, when you stop looking at the past, feeling sad about it, and you see that the potential that still remains because you're learning from it, then all the choices that are in front of you, you know, there's so much potential, so much possibility. Chariot of the major arcana is that seven, overcoming obstacles so you can find that success and letting go of what no longer serves you so you can find the choice that feels right to you, which leads us to the Eight of Cups. 8, 9, 10 relates to the mutable signs of the zodiac, so this would be astrology connected to Pisces. You've got that passion right there with the red as he leaves behind what no longer serves him. And in the recent days, I've actually drawn this Eight of Cups for my daily readings too. So letting go of what no longer serves you so you can find what does. That eight, finding that strength to go after your passions now, to go after what fulfills you because you've left behind what no longer fills you. And then you get all the power you need to make all your wishes come true. See all those cups in the background? They're all lined up and everything, which shows all those times that you've experienced in the past. All those things that you fulfilled yourself with in the past. Hermit energy right here says that you can make your wishes come true now because you learn from the experiences of your past. And then the happy family card is right here with the 10 of Cups. Everybody's dancing, everybody's joyful. We've got all those colors right there. The water's purple. It shows our emotions are connected with the logic and wisdom we need. We're filled with joy so we can spin the wheel and begin the next chapter of our stories. The Page of Cups is next. You have that illustration right there, and I love this page. He's probably my favorite page because he talks to a fish. You know, be weird, be proud, talk to animals if you want. They've actually got a lot to share if we're willing to like learn from them and look at them. I talk to animals more than I talk to people, I swear. They don't talk back. They don't really share their opinions with you, but just watching them, they make life so much better. So there is the Page of Cups, and like the Ace and the Page we met a moment ago, they're astrologically connected to the signs of their elements. So this would very much be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces would be connected with the Page of Cups. Knights, as I said, relate to the mutable signs of the zodiac, and there is the romantic of the tarot who's toasted, holding his cup out, saying, you know, I'm ready to help it, fill it with what fills me with joy. The romantic of the tarot, following his heart. Knight of Cups be astrologically connected to Pisces, because Pisces is the mutable water sign of the zodiac. Cardinal signs, as I said earlier, are connected to the queens of the court. So you've got the queen here who's focused, you know, the cup is closed. It's the only cup of the suit of cups that the cup is actually enclosed. And I always saw this as she's not focused on her own happiness. She's focused on the happiness of others. So we have that astrological correspondence to Cancer, and Cancer as the mother of the zodiac spends so much time focusing on making sure the ones they love are happy that they might not have the energy to show themselves that. So the cup is enclosed, or the chalice is enclosed. It's cups, so we'll call it a cup. Because she doesn't find the time to open it to see what fills her with happiness and joy. So that is that illustration right there. The King of Cups completes the suit of cups, and his astrological connection, fixed water, is Scorpio. So you have him floating there in the water. He's not letting the ocean of emotions drown him anymore. He's taking control, and he's filling his cup up with brings him happiness and joy moving forward. He's letting that lead him, letting his heart lead him in everything that he does. Suit of Swords is next. And swords equal air, so air is very much the air signs of the zodiac. You know, you've got Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius right here in the energy of this, and all the purple and everything, showing that logic. Logic is winning there. But it's still got passion too. You got the red up here, you got the orange on this sword, reminding us that our ideas, the more we're passionate about it, the more they fill us with joy, the more we can take them and run with them. So there is the Ace. 2, 3, and 4 would connect with the Libra, the cardinal air sign of the zodiac, and you've got the 2 right there. I love, love, love the purple in this deck. It's beautiful. And then there is the 3 of Swords, the heartbreak and betrayal card. And the 3, 3 is creativity and creation itself. And the storm clouds up here, they're yellow. That shows that potential that our pain can help us create when we let go of the pain of it and learn that life can be better after it. Take those swords out of our hearts. Heal our hearts by creating something from the pain. That's my favorite energy of the 3 of Swords, reminding us that just because something ended doesn't mean something else can't come from it. Something better can't come from it. So beautiful illustration there. 4 of Swords, the card of resting and reflection. So resting and reflecting so that we can see ourselves as that strong foundation. And I love the fact that all of this is purple too. It's beautiful. So there is that illustration. 5 of Swords is right here. Again, 5, 6, 7 relate to the fixed sign of the fixed sign, air sign of the zodiac, Aquarius, and you have that illustration right there. The purple background, the dude saying the victor of victim card, and the dude saying I'm the victor, and these dudes saying they're the victim. But that change and transformation energy of the 5 up there reminds us we can change that mindset. We can change our lives for the better. So we stop seeing ourselves as the victim and start believing we can be the victor. Well, then we can take control and we can move ourselves to happier, more peaceful times with the 6 of Swords right there. Again, beautiful illustration with the purples and everything. Yes, as I go through this deck, I know it is quickly becoming my favorite Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Is it better than the Deviant Moon? Not in my opinion, because nothing is. But there's the 7 of Swords right there, taking off the Thief card of the tarot. But I've always, since this is the 7 of the suit of the mind, there's a lot of scissors there. But the 7 of the suit of the mind, stealing back our power, our confidence, taking back the swords of truth for our own truths and following our own ideas, overcoming the obstacles because we've taken control of our lives, gotten behind the chariot, and freed ourselves. But, the suit of swords goes into negativity a lot. The more we get down there, the more things want to end. 8, 9, 10, they're related to the mutable sign, air sign of the zodiac of Gemini. And Gemini, they're the sign of the twins. They're the most confident of their minds. The ones I've met, definitely. They seem very confident about themselves. They trust their minds because they're the mutable minds. And the sign of the twins. Donald Trump is a Gemini. And, for example, he very much trusts his mind. He trusts himself. So we can take that confidence. But the 8 of Swords, that is the prisoner of the mind. That passion might be overwhelming. It might make you feel like you can't do something. It might feel like you're trapped because that passion of the past, that logic and wisdom, combining with that passion and everything in the past might make you feel like a prisoner in the present. So there is the 8 of Wands, followed by the Knight of Wands, worrying about the future, keeping you up at night with anxiety and everything. So there is that illustration. Again, beautiful. There is that yellow down there reminding us that we can keep going. We can have that, create what we want. We can create the futures when we want when we don't let our minds overwhelm us to the point we can't get a good night's sleep, because this is the 9, so it relates to the Hermit of the Major Arcana. It says trust your mind, trust those experiences of the past, learn from them so that we can begin the next chapter of our stories and, have that clarity of the mind and get a good night's rest so we can spin the wheel and begin the next chapter. The 10 of Swords completes the suit of swords before we meet the members of the court, and there is that 10 of Swords. There's the green showing the groundedness, the yellow showing the potential of creating something better, and that red of passion and everything. Life may bring us down. The vultures of the world may have us feeling like we can't keep going, but when we take those swords out of our back, that's when we connect us to the Wheel of Fortune of the Major Arcana. That's when Jupiter's on our side with luck and good fortune, showing, the clouds of the past will go away, that sadness and everything will go away, and the potential for the future when we face that ocean of emotion and overcome it, when we have that clarity of our mind, then we can spin the wheel and begin the next chapter of our story. It's that confidence of the mind we need to succeed. Learning from all those experiences give us that useful information we need to take control. And to see the purple and the orange, the purple there, passion and logic, they go together. Creativity and creation itself with that yellow, and that orange shows that joy in everything. Because this might be the sword or the page that's got that strong mind, but he's still got everything he needs to create a life that he truly loves and enjoys because he's confident in himself. He's taking control. Pages like the ace, as I said, are connected to the element. Swords, signs related to the elements. This is all 3 of the suit of air. Knight of Swords, mutable air sign of the zodiac of Gemini. So this is the guy that says, I'm not going to let the past hold me back. I'm going to take control. I'm going to fight for what I want. I'm going to face that past with confidence so that I can learn from it and become the queen of my past, or queen of my life, because I'm not letting the past hold me back. There is the Queen of Swords. Her astrological correspondence is Libra, and she's got the purple throne. So she's learned to love again. She's learned to forgive the past. She's learned the lessons that she needs to succeed. She's got her hand out showing, the future awaits. I've got that strong mind and that confidence I need to let my mind lead me to where I want to be. And then there's the King of Swords, astrologically connected to Aquarius. I relate him to the Vulcan. Yes, I'm doing that. Live long and prosper by trusting our minds and letting our minds lead us to where we want to be. There is that illustration, just reminding us that our minds can help us lead. But if you look closely, there's the red and everything telling us that our passions have a strong part to play as well. The Suit of Pentacles completes this deck, and then we will move on to the Oracle deck that I have to share with you. And there is the Ace of Pentacles. Like the aces we've met before and the pages, they're astrology connected to, it's astrology connected to the earth signs. So we have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn right here with this energy of the Ace. Capricorn energy is the 2, 3, and 4 because it's the cardinal sign or cardinal earth sign of the zodiac. So there is the balance card showing that even when life is stressful and everything, the first weekend of Capricorn season with the 2 energy is Christmas time, December 21st to December 31st. And it's definitely overwhelming at that time. But when we feel in control, calm, and collected, we're creating what we want. We've done this before. We can do it again with that infinity sign. We're down to earth. We're focused. And our logic is there with us as well. We can create what we want. Because Capricorn, as I said earlier with the devil, is the most creative sign of the zodiac. There is the 3 of Pentacles, January 1st to January 10th energy, showing that we're better together. When we put our heads together, when we work with others, we can create something amazing. The holding on to our money for a rating day is the 4 of Pentacles. And now that Christmas is over, the new year has begun. This is January 10th, January 20th. We can begin saving our money for tax season, and because we might be getting our tax money back. Save it for a rainy day, but don't lose sight on the important things. And that was always my favorite thing about the Rider-Waite-Smith illustration of this, because there it's blocking his head chakra, crown chakra, heart chakra, and down here on his root chakra. He's got that passion that's still there. He's got that logic there with the blue. He's got that green under his feet showing that grounded and everything. But if we're so focused on keeping that strong foundation we have already, we can't take that passion and run with it. See the black and everything around him? It's like it's holding him back, keeping him prisoner. So we have to keep that in account as we're saving our money for a rainy day. 5 of Pentacles reminds us it's important to save our money for a rainy day because, finding ourselves down in our luck, we have to change our situations for the better. And we can always ask for help if we need that as well. So you've got that illustration. 5, 6, 7 relate to the fixed air sign or fixed earth sign of the zodiac. So 5, 6, 7 would be Taurus energy. So April 20th to May 20th. You've got that illustration right there with the 6 of Pentacles, the sharing is caring card right there. And I love the green energy. Green, earth reminds you that this is the suit of earth. You've got that one right there. And then the having patience card completes the sign of Taurus, and you've got that there reminding us, it's not exactly time to harvest. We've got to still wait for it, still work for it. And there is the 8 of Pentacles, which relates to Virgo, 8, 9, and 10. And he's there, he's hard at work. And I love the fact that these are already gold. He's already created these, but these still have that gray, taking those experiences of the past, finding the strength to keep going, to keep working. So that's a nice little attention to detail that you don't see in the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. So there is the 8 of Pentacles, followed by the successful woman of the 9 of Pentacles. But this is 2024. We're all human. We can all succeed. So when we succeed, then we can buy ourselves something nice, appreciate the fruits of our labor. And there is all the grapes and everything. And there down at the bottom is the snail, which always in my head says slow and steady wins the race. And that snail, I almost called it a squirrel, but the snail is down here reminding us to take our time, be willing to work for it, have patience with the process, share our ideas, be willing to work for them, and we can become that successful woman. We can have those lessons we need to learn so we can have success for generations to come with the 10 of Pentacles there. 8, 9, and 10, all astrology connected to Virgo, showing that potential we have to bring beauty into our earthly existences when we pay attention to the little details. Page of Pentacles, he's the most focused, I feel, of the court cards and the pages, definitely, because he's always got that pentacle in his hand. He's looking at it. He's looking directly at it, saying, this idea is what I want to create. Then he gets on his horse and he takes that pentacle and he makes his ideas a reality. He's the one creating them because he's got the yellow and everything there. And those fields still need, like, they've been plowed, but they still need to be planted. So this is the knight. He's astrology connected to Virgo as well, that's willing to put in that hard work, even if the times are boring and mundane. So you've got that illustration right there. Queen of Pentacles follows that. She's astrology connected to Capricorn. So if you're watching this right when this video comes out, and till January 20th of 2025, then in 2026, 2027, all of that, she'll be, or actually technically I'm getting off track here. Queen of Pentacles, she's the last deacon of Sagittarius and the first 2 deacons of Capricorn. So she's very much the energy up until January 10th, and then the King of Swords takes over January 11th when he begins like Aquarius energy. But the Queen of Pentacles up until January 10th will be the energy that we have. She's focused on that pentacle. She's already created it, and she's sitting with the fruits of her labor around her. She's got the rabbit showing that her ideas are fertile with potential and everything, and she lets those creative ideas lead her to creating the earthly existence that she wants. She has everything someone else may need too, because she's down to earth and focused. And remember, Capricorn energy, as I said, is the most creative sign of the zodiac. So if you're watching this now, then create something you want. Focus on that. Put that work and effort in to create something out of nothing, and then you can find that success and appreciate all the fruits of your labor, like the King of Pentacles has done. His astrological connection is Taurus, and you have the bulls right there on his throne. And he's looking down at his creation. He's got the yellow on his head, suggesting that his ideas now, because he's done it before, can help him create something even better moving forward. So being grounded, being focused on, we want, even a little bit stubborn, because Tauruses are known to being a little bit stubborn, but they know how to appreciate the nice things in life, the good things in life. So being focused, being dedicated, being patient can help us find that success and wealth that we deserve. And that, my friends, is the Weiser Tarot. All the cards of the tarot, again, absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. There's that Ankh in the center too, reminding us that the history of the past, not just our own past, but the history of humanity can teach us so much. Now, as I said, a deck interview spread will be available. I'll show you I'll share it on my socials. You can check that out. I'll put that link in the description below. But we have another deck to see, and it's the Oracle of the Awakening right here. And I love combining like oracles and tarots. Like if you've ever gotten a reading from me, it's not just tarot. It's very much a mixture. Like you've got the cards and the spread for the tarot, but then you've got the oracle cards that share messages, and it's so interesting to me when they connect so well. And I've got to use my handy dandy scissors here to nick the plastic so I can get the deck out, and we can see what these cards are. Now, oracles, as I've mentioned before, I do love connecting them to the tarot, but tarot is my first love. I've always liked the structure and everything with it. Different illustrations give you different meanings, but those energies of the Rider, like what originally came with the Rider-Waite-Smith and other decks, it's definitely just awesome to be able to just pick up a card and be like, oh, it means this. So we're going to open this box. I love the fact that it's so tight in there, and it's really cool. There is the back, and I'm going to read what it says in the back right here. We are in the time of the Great Awakening. We are beginning to see through the illusions of our conditioning to realize that we are not separate from one another or the divine. The Oracle of Awakening will lead you deeper into your own experience as a divine manifestation of life. It's a key to help you open your heart and mind by directing you to aspects of your being that need your attention, love, and reflection. This deck is an exploration of human culture infused with high-frequency energy and intention that help trigger a remembrance of your expanded self and your infinite potential. Each card is a portal, labeled with vibrant colors, diverse representations of people, animals, plant life, and spiritual symbolism. The accompanying guidebook is filled with inspiration for working with the energy of each card. There are no boundaries. The possibilities are endless. So awesome. I feel like it goes so well with that deck we just shared, the Weiser Tarot, with the vibrancy and the different personalities and all the characters and everything. It's so wonderful. You've got the deck right here. You've got the guidebook and everything. And when it comes to an oracle, I will always check the guidebook and share that when I do readings and stuff, because that is what the creator was thinking when they created it. And there you've got the name of the creator right there, Lelania Simone. I might be pronouncing that incorrectly, but as I said last week, I'm not great at pronunciations, so bear with me. And we've got the illustrations right here. Get that plastic off of it, set it aside. And as we start with ancestors, you know, this might be in alphabetical order. It might not. I'm just looking at it now. Perhaps you are seeing it for the first time as well. So ancestors, guidance, protection, and lessons. So that's really, I love the fact that it has keywords on there. So then you can like just run with those and you don't necessarily have to see the guidebook, but the guidebook, very important to see as well, I feel. But the illustration here, beautiful. There's the white of purity. There's the yellow of creativity and everything. And that ancestors energy reminds us to learn from the people of the past. The Weiser Tarot, it told us, like, you know, it was the same as the Rider-Waite-Smith, but more modern, more beautiful, because you've taken like what we've learned, and we've created something better than we had before. And that's humanity, that's life. We're always bettering ourselves, we're always learning as we go, we're always taking our knowledge and creating something that we didn't have in the past. So there is an ancestors. Center points is next, grounded, centered, and serene. You've got that illustration. Oh, I love that blue. That blue is gorgeous with that purple. Yeah, purple and teal, very, very beautiful colors together. I love that. And the phases of the moon, everything on the corner or on the side, that is gorgeous. The backs, just look at the backs right here with the moon and everything. Although this looks kind of like a sad face to me, so I wonder why it looks, it probably isn't sad, but it just looks like a sad face there on the back. Ceremony is next, so I do believe this might be in alphabetical order, which is cool, but it won't be for long when we shuffle it. Ceremony is ritual, celebrate, and devotion. So you have that right there. Cleansing or clearing, that's what that says. Purify, refresh, and fortify. So this is an awesome deck that tells us perhaps what we need to do to find that clarity, to find that and create something better than we had before. Clear our minds, clear our hearts and everything, and let it go so that we can create something better. The illustrations in this deck are absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's photography a little bit and then something more, and the colors are just amazing. Creation is next, inception, genesis, and manifestation. You have that illustration right there, and the portal and everything showing our creations. You know, when we go deep, when we begin creating it, we can have something wonderful. Downloads, attunement, calibration, and upgrade is next. And there is that Ankh that connects it back to that Weiser Tarot that we saw in that deck, showing us those experiences of the past, those downloads we get from the universe and the powers that be can help us create something wonderful. Ooh, and the next card is Dreaming, and the next card has extremely gorgeous crows on it, or maybe ravens. Oh, this is gorgeous. Dreaming is curious messages and endless possibilities, and you've got that illustration right there. And how freaking pretty is this card? I love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Facing fear is next. Facing fear is courage and inner strength, and definitely spiders can be very fearing, very scary, but that is a beautiful spider, isn't it? That is gorgeous. You know, courage and inner strength. Face those spiders and be like, I'm bigger than you. I can step on you if I want to. Which isn't nice. You know, get like a cup or a box or something and set that spider free so it can create a web outside. Beautiful colors and illustrations. I love this deck. It's gorgeous. Fierce, stand in your power, and you have that character right there. And very much strength energy right here, isn't it? Like, she's got the wolf. She's faced her inner demon. She's found that confidence and that strength to stand in her power. So beautiful there. Forgive and release. A little bit judgment energy right there. Is it time to release and heal? It is, when you draw this card, to let go of the pain of the past. You know, 5 of Cups energy too. Look away from what's been lost so you can learn the lessons you need to keep going and refill up the cups of the future with potential, or the potential that is there. I feel like there's 2 cards here. Maybe not. Yeah, there is. Haha. And so you have gentleness next, compassion, kindness, and soft. Queen of Cups, perhaps. Empress, perhaps. And you've got that illustration there. And again, beautiful, beautiful illustration. I am a temple is next. Holy, divine, and sacred. Believing in your worth. There is a song called American Sun by the band Fire from the Gods. And there is a line in it that says, I believe in my own spirit. I am my own religion. And that is what this card tells me. I am holy. I am divine, I am sacred. I believe in my own worth. I am a temple. So such an empowering card. I love it. Next is I am light. I am a temple. I am a light. One of my favorite sayings in the world, my favorite mantra, whenever I'm not feeling well, and you can use this too, is I will always tell myself, I am healthy, I am whole, I am complete, I am the light, the light I am. So when we see ourselves as that light, when we feel that light within, we can help others find their light as well. Pure divine essence. Beautiful, beautiful coloring and illustration right there. Innocence, sun card probably with that innocence, inner child, play, nurture, and it's all the pages as well, showing, you know, never letting that inner child disappear, always embracing it, always having that love for our inner child and forgiving our past and everything. So beautiful illustration there. Who am I kidding? Every single one of these illustrations are absolutely beautiful. Kindred, tribe, and ancestry, and chosen family. Interesting, it's called Kindred there, and I'm going to do a little shout out to my favorite people in the entire world, my best friends, who own Kindred Vibes Sound Healing, who are my tribe, who are my chosen family, and who I feel like have been my family for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So if anybody was going to go to the ocean with me and swim with the dolphins, I'd pick them. Elizabeth and David LaPointe, they're amazing people. Like I said, Kindred Vibes Sound Healings. You can find them on socials as well. I think it's called Kindred Vibes Sound Bath. But Kindred, that's what it made me think. I was like, oh, look, it's us, you know, Liz and David and Amanda, just going off and swimming. So very, very cool illustration there. Limitless is next. If I don't have two cards, yeah. Limitless is next. Access to infinite potential. It shows that potential to create something. Her head is the galaxy. How beautiful is that? Cosmic Crow. I'm obsessed with galaxies and things. And there, the cards are stuck together again, but we have it there. Limitless, access to infinite potential, showing, you know, our minds are clear and open, and potential is all around us when we feel confident in ourselves and believe that we are limitless. Meditation is next. Meditation is right here, and the galaxy is the person. Beautiful. I love the colors and everything of this. Contemplation, peace, and communication is right here. Put that one back over and set this one on top. To the next one, mycelium. Independence and support for life right there. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but it's very much the mushrooms and everything. And, you know, mushrooms underneath the ground, the parts that we can't see, it's very much all connected. It reminds us that we're all connected as well. Interdependence and support for life is the energy of right here, showing, you know, it's giving me Three of Pentacles energy. Maybe even Three of Cups, maybe even Three of Swords, maybe even Three of, which one did I forget? Three of Wands, you know, connecting to others, inspiring them, getting ideas and advice from them. It's interdependence, you know, having that dependence on ourselves, but being willing to depend on others as well. So beautiful illustration there. Nourish is next. Feed your body, mind, and spirit is right there. The yellow of the sun right there, creation, you know, feeding your body with inspiration and ideas. Little bee there saying, you know, harvest, or yeah, take the pollen or harvest this idea and create something with it. So beautiful illustration there. Pack Mama, I believe this says, you know, again, pronunciation, not my strong point, but you've got the blessings of the Great Mother right there with that illustration, and beautiful jaguar and everything sitting there, and the dragonfly. Oh, this deck is so freaking pretty. I love it. Patience and inner peace and self-control is next. You've got that illustration as well. The vulture, you know, inner peace and self-control, taking that vulture. Vultures are incredible creatures. You know, they're the garbage men of the bird world, or of the why can't I think of it? Of the environment. That works. But having that inner peace, you know, taking that time to clear out what no longer serves us so we can find that inner peace and self-control. So beautiful illustration right there. Followed by protection, because again, this is an alphabetical order. Shield, preserve, and conserve. And there is the Mudra hand. Is that correct? But beautiful illustration right there with the colors and everything and the crystals. Yes, Lelena Simone is an incredible artist. Like, these are beautiful. Check out that hummingbird. Wow. Yes, pure joy. Definitely. Exhilaration, laughter, and exuberance. This might be my favorite card. Okay, that's not true. I can't find it right now, but the crows, you know, the crows were definitely my favorite. But pure joy right there with the blue and the rainbow and everything. Major Hawaii vibes with this card. Yes, yes, yes. It's absolutely gorgeous with this illustration and the colors and everything. I love it. Radical acceptance. That kind of gives me energy of judgment, like we had a little bit ago with the embrace non-judgment, release control, you know, giving the doubt up to God, to the universe and everything, just accepting where you are in your life and knowing that when you find acceptance for yourself, that radical acceptance, and you can begin creating the life that you want. So beautiful, again, illustration, rebirth, metamorphosis, and new beginnings with the scarab right there, showing that, learning from the people of the past, learning from the Egyptians, the Sumerians, all the people that have come before us, all the people that have lived life. We can be reborn when we learn from those experiences and have new beginnings awaiting us. So beautiful illustration there. Sacred breath is next. Giving and receiving life, divine exchange. So that is a gorgeous illustration as well. Am I stuck again? Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, that wouldn't actually make sense if it was, because sacred breath, unless there's another sacred. Yeah, there is. Ha ha ha. Set one down. Sacred breath, giving and receiving life, divine exchange right there. Sacred feminine is creation, receptive, and nurture, and you have that illustration right there. And you can't have sacred feminine without sacred masculine as well. And how gorgeous are these illustrations? There's protective, active, and inner strength, embracing that inner feminine and inner masculine, so we can have what we need to begin creating what we want. But we must be reminded and always remember to have sacred rest as well. And there's retreat, balance, and restore, with the beautiful owl sitting there taking his little rest and retreat, so he can find balance in his life and get that rest that he deserves. Sacred waters is right here. Oh, look at the octopus and everything. The colors, I love the colors of this deck. It's gorgeous. I am in divine flow right there in that illustration, that mantra showing like just being in flow, going with the flow, having that sacred waters of the ocean of emotion and feeling in control. Shadow work is next, and even the shadow work deck is pretty, or the illustration is pretty, even though shadow work isn't always pretty. Forgiveness and unconditional love, showing taking that time to do that shadow work, forgiving the past, judgment energy right there, so that we can take control and create something in our lifetimes and our existence. The moth right there shows rebirth and metamorphosis and everything when we've forgiven the past. So beautiful illustration right there. Storm, tower energy, it seems. Disruption, chaos, and change is right there. But like a butterfly, we take that cocoon, we take time to learn from those experiences, and then we can begin building something better. Again, oh my gosh, like the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous illustrations of this deck. Yes, the Weiser Tarot is downright gorgeous with this Rider-Waite-Smith, just upgraded and beautiful. But this deck, the Oracle of the Awakening, it's definitely awakening me to the colors. It's gorgeous. Structure, build a strong foundation. That energy of Saturn is right there. And do you remember back in that Weiser Tarot when I talked about Saturn with the connection to the world, showing that hard work and discipline, that's what we need to create a strong foundation. So that is really interesting, and a nice little touch to detail, I feel, with that illustration. Surrender, if I don't have two cards here. I don't seem to. Surrender, trust your higher self is right there, Trust the powers that be. Trust yourself that you have the answers you need to fly free from the doubt. So there is that illustration. Transformation is who are you becoming? You're transforming. And there's the cocoon, showing the butterfly. The cocoon is blue. We talked about blue, logic and intuition, taking that time to think everything through and learn from it, so we can transform into those beautiful butterflies and fly free. So beautiful, beautiful illustration again with those purples. Yes, yes. Yes. Unconditional divine love is next. We have that illustration right there, and I love the fire. I got two cards there. Fire right there on the top, passion front and center, unconditional divine love, so we can go after our dreams and our passion. Gorgeous. And wow, the unknown callers. How beautiful is this card? And I love the fact that there's no keywords, there's no sentence or anything here. It's unknown, and that's such a perfect little attention to detail right there, and it just shows how much thought went into this deck. It's gorgeous, the colors and everything. I love it. Vulnerability is next. What are you feeling? This card comes up, and then you're gonna have to be like, okay, what are you thinking right now? What are you feeling? And this is a gorgeous illustration as well. Wonder is next. We're getting to the end of the alphabet. I wonder if there's a Z in here. I guess time will tell. Wonder there, awe, transcendence, and reverence, and that beautiful, beautiful gazelle there, or deer, like in the woods and everything in the sun. This deck is incredible. This is definitely one of my favorite Oracle decks I've ever seen before. Dissolve? Yeah. Release, identity, merge with source is right there, Again, there is a strong energy of here, just I want to keep saying giving it up to God, letting go of whatever's holding you, believing that the powers that be have your back and everything. Beautiful illustration there, but who am I kidding? They're all beautiful. Electrons is next. I wonder if there's neutrons and everything. Well, now we're not in alphabetical order anymore, are we? Building blocks of the universe right there with that illustration. Medicine journey is right there with 2 frogs. Do not lick frogs. They are, a lot of them are poisonous actually, and it can kill you. Awaken, heal, and realization is right there with the frogs and everything. Frogs are fascinating creatures there. Did you know? I don't know if you've ever, I think it's Looney Tunes, maybe not. But there's the dancing frog. They make a building or something and the frog comes out and he dances. Well, supposedly, and they did the pyramids, and they did the Egyptian periods, and they were breaking a little piece off. Don't quote me on this. I might not have the story completely correctly, but they broke a little piece of the pyramid off, and inside of it was a tiny little frog, and that frog was alive. Now they say that the pyramids are 3,000 years old at least, but then they also say that the Egyptians found them and took them for their own, so the pyramids are actually a lot older than that. So that frog was over 3,000 years old, and it didn't just hop in there, because in the where they pulled him out, the brick or whatever it's called that they pulled him out of, the imprint of the frog was there. So that is so fascinating. Like, they can sleep for who knows how long, and when they get air again, they come back to life. So I just thought that was so cool. So medicine journey, awaken, heal, and realization. Realize frogs are freaking awesome, definitely. But the portal is next, and you got access to the infinite right there with that illustration. Again, beautiful, beautiful. You know, when you awake to the powers that be, awake to the powers of the universe and the potential that we have, then we have access to the infinite, and we can begin creating what we want. Seraphim is the final card in this deck, and you've got Guardians, Awakener, and Purity right there in that illustration. Again, beautiful. This entire deck is absolutely gorgeous. And look there on the sides. Holy crap. Isn't that gorgeous? The way that it's like changing colors and everything. Eek, eek, eek. I love this deck. It's gorgeous. I love all of these, like both of these decks. They're incredible. So you got the guidebook right here. We'll flip through it really fast and safely put these cards back in and set it aside. And we'll look in the guidebook right here. The illustrations in the deck are not colorful, but who needs them to be colorful when you have that crazy, crazy colorful deck? The edges, they're freaking awesome. I've never seen one like that. Yeah, I've got foiled edges. We saw that Tarot of the Unexplained in the beginning and how it had the silver and everything, but color changing. It's so cool. But yeah, the guidebook and everything, very, very detailed in here. You've got the information, everything you need in there. Hey, there's that card that I loved a lot with the crows. But you've got that information. You can come up with like spreads of your own, I guess, because there's no extra spreads in here, it seems. But you don't, yeah, right there, they're at the beginning. So you've got the Awakening Oracle, the Inner Alignment. You've got the cards right here with all the information, everything that you need to make the best of this deck. You know, do it by itself, do it alone, or do it with that awesome Weiser Tarot as well, or any deck in your collection. As I said, I'll put a link in the description below where you can purchase each of these decks for your collection. They are incredible. I've just started work, like just touched them. I just found them, and I'm already loving their energy, and I hope you are too. As I said, on my socials, you will find a deck interview with both of these to see what they want to share. If you want to check that out, that'll be in the link in the description below as well. As always, I really, really want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Weiser Books, Red Wheel Publishing, for creating such amazing decks and sending them my way so that I could share them with everybody else. Really, really fast shipping with them too, so that's something you might want to check out as well. But as always, I want to thank you for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you want a reading with either of these decks, feel free to comment on this video, message me on the socials, or book one directly on my website. All of that is in the link below as well. Again, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.